Hello, welcome to my radio and television station, and I'm Katri. Here comes the local news. The Ministry of Planning and Investment has just issued a document guiding allocation of purchase capital in 2022 for tasks and projects supplemented with capital from a social economic recovery and development program. The Ministry of Planning and Investment proposes ministry, central, and local agencies based on the proposed list submitted to the National Assembly Standing Committee make detailed allocation to the Central Purchase Capital Investment Plan in 2022. The document clearly states that the agency is responsible for managing and using the additional funds for the right purposes. The Ministry of Planning and Investment requested the Ministry of Finance to respect the allocation and payment of the State Purchase Capital Investment Plan in 2022 for projects supplemented in accordance with regulation, not to pay for projects outside the list of projects that have been submitted by the government to the National Assembly Standing Committee. Tourism enterprises are promoting the legislation of the foreign tourism market to accelerate the tourism recovery process on three pillars: domestic tourism, inbound tourism, welcoming international visitors, and outbound tourism, visitor travel abroad. Noi Bai Airport is full of Vietnamese delegation traveling abroad. Most roads have reconnected as before the epidemic. Many countries loosened visa policies and stopped testing for COVID-19, which also increased the demand of tourists. According to Booking.com statistics, Vietnam ranks the second in the world, with 85% of people planning travel in the next 12 months. This figure shows that many Vietnamese tourists are optimistic about the changes in tourism after the pandemic. The data also shows the level of confidence in receiving international tourists of Vietnamese people. This is a positive signal for Vietnamese tourism market, creating momentum for development in the coming time. The positive signals of the number of Vietnamese tourists going abroad bring the expectation of an early recovery of this tourism segment. New British Prime Minister Liz Truss had planned to cut taxes to tackle record-high inflation, but has thrown the country's financial market into turmoil. Yesterday, the new finance minister said he was reserving almost all Truss-economy policy. According to the Ministry of Finance, the amount of income tax revenue from real estate transfer, inheritance, and gift receipts of accumulated real estate in 8 months of 2022 reached more than 26,860 billion Vietnam dong, an increase of more than 13,200 billion Vietnam dong, corresponding to an increase of 96.4% over the same period in 2021. In 2022, as of September 6th, the number of transfer price declaration is 72% higher than the People's Committee price. On average, a set of price declaration document is nearly 3 times higher than the People's Committee price. The Ministry of Finance said that in the process of implementation, there are still shortcomings and limitations, such as people's low sense of self-fulfillment of tax obligation, inadequate awareness of tax policies and relevant laws, not yet aware of the consequences when declare tax at price that is not true to actual price. A survey of economists in the US shows that most people think the world's #1 economy is on the verge of recession. Mr. Jeremy Hunt made an emergency announcement on television. He canceled Prime Minister Truss's plan to reduce the basic income tax. It will remain at 20% instead of cutting corporate taxes. He announced the tax rate will be raised from 19 to 25%. He said the central task of any government is to do what is necessary to stabilize the economy. Mr. Hunt said the government promised to cap energy prices and would do so to help people get through a tough winter. However, the measure will only be in place until April. According to a Wall Street Journal survey of 66 economists conducted on October 7 to 11th, 6 out of 10 economists predict that the U.S. economy will enter a recession in the next 12 months. The likelihood of recession is 63%, up from 49% in the July survey. This is the first time the Wall Street Journal quarterly survey has put a probability above 50% since July 2020. 60% of economists who are surveyed think that the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates to reduce inflation, weakening the economy unnecessarily. However, the majority of economists predict any recession will be short-lived, about 8 months. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and goodbye.